Everybody, it's May with Mayspreadslovetarot. How y'all doing? Good to see you again this week. So, sorry, my glass of wine is like all up in here. I don't want to knock it over. Cat, watch out. So, this is the general all sign reading, just energetic reading for everybody. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna have to split up when I'm posting videos. You'll kind of know about that as I move along. But I have a new job, so my schedule is just changing around a bit. So this week, I'm going to get this reading done earlier, and then later in the week, I'll have the love readings out for the elements, okay? So yes, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all of the support and love that I've gotten so far from all of you. Let's keep that popping, all right? We're trying to be big out here. As well as if you would like to book a private reading with me, please feel free to do that. My email and information is down below. All tips and donations are accepted. And follow me on Instagram to get to know me better and just to keep up with what's going on. Okay, cool. So this is the continuation of the snippet that I have posted on Instagram. So we have the 5 of Swords. We have the 2 of Swords. And we have the 4 of Swords. So there's a lot of thinking and contemplation and reevaluation. I get the word reevaluation kind of going on of the past, because I see these people looking back in one direction, and in my view, it's looking that way, which I kind of see as past energy. And then with the 6 of Swords at the bottom deck, this is moving forward, taking, what you can and moving into peace and harmony and just traveling and moving forward, really. Even if the 5 of Swords, I see it as these two being kind of like the same people and just kind of like moving, being like, all right, I lost what I lost and now it's time to just go. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for this and see what we got going on. So before I even started shuffling cards, I got this message of reevaluation of who you were, what your behaviors, who you surrounded yourself with, and having this almost sort of feeling of being like, you know what, letting go of the regret, letting go of the regret and the mistakes, and kind of seeing them and taking them as a way to spiritually awaken, and kind of just taking stock of that and telling kind of saying that this is a part of me. This is, this is who I was. This is where I was in the past. And, I learned from that and I move forward, and it's not I can't change the past. I have to use that as my strength. And yesterday I had a weird day where I was supposed to do all this work. Not really all this work. It was a day off. And I ended up just kind of watching YouTube videos of people. It's Black people who haven't heard any metal before, or Metallica, and one of my favorite songs, War Pigs. So it's them listening to it for the first time. And so I just got sucked into this hole and really took me back to some of the music that I really, really loved. And a lot of the people were doing these lyric evaluations of some songs that I, just have always grown up with. And I got to learn a lot about the artists as well. And one of the songs was, one of the artists was Alice in Chains, who I love. And the lead singer, Lane Staley, lost this battle to a heroin overdose, and the band at the time was huge, freaking and they're amazing. They're freaking amazing. And I know this is super off guard, but it's a part of what I'm talking about. Anyway, but yeah, and he was just this raw talent. His voice is that of an angel. Oh my God, this just raw, real tone in his voice that he has, and just the way that he would just perform and sing and just let out. And he was going through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but he was still one of the greatest musicians of all time, in my opinion. So it really, and it's kind of what I'm seeing from this reading is now is the time for you to look back and reevaluate, you know, those mistakes, those things that, you know, the losses, and be like, you know what, that's a part of me. You know, I can still be great. I can still be one of the greatest musicians of all time, even while, you know, and I'm not saying condoning this, but not even a little bit, but even while I've gone through, or I am still struggling with, you know, whatever your situation may be, doesn't mean that you can't move forward and be successful. And I saw the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, and I'm almost done with this point. And it's kind of like, some of you may have been feeling like you couldn't move forward because of the box of society and the way that you're perceived by other people. You know, struggling with any sort of problem, addiction, whatever, trauma, PTSD, whatever your problem may be. Everybody got their problems, okay? So if you think you ain't got no problems, then this shit ain't for you, okay? Anyway, so whatever your situation may be, I feel like there are people around you that, you know, think that they, you know, can plan out their lives. They can have, everything is perfect because they wrote it down this way. And, you know, they got a real surprise coming for you. And so it's really about, like, stepping outside of this box of society and being like, you know, my mistakes, and that pretty much condone people saying, like, my mistakes aren't okay. The hardships that I've gone through is not okay. That should be shoved away in a box nowhere to, you know, to be forgotten about. No, you're supposed to take that shit and use it. So, and that's what leaves these, you know, people that think they got everything all together, and that, you know, they have their life plan written out on a little piece of paper, girlfriend, job, house, marriage, kids, in that order. You know what? You can take your boring, lifeless ass somewhere else, because that's just not how it works. And the universe is going to kick you right up in your ass. But I really feel like the energy of this is taking those scars, because there are a lot of swords in here, taking those mistakes, taking those battle wounds, and using them to really create something and move forward in this powerful way, and on this new stable foundation, this new journey, this new gift that is really just been given to you by the universe, because you stepped outside of the box and you accepted that there are parts of you that are dark and there are parts of you that are light, and that is all a part of you. And if the society, or, you know, doesn't see it that way, then fuck them, because the truth hurts. Life has this all the time. This is life, okay? So deal with it. All right, what's this Two of Swords? I don't know. That's just kind of the message that I'm getting for some of you. This reevaluation is really going to be like, you know what? I'm taking stock of all my mistakes, and yep, so that you can move forward. You have the world in your hands. The universe is talking to you and telling you, go, you know, you have the opportunity to do whatever it is that you want, despite the broken heart, despite the pain, despite all of that, despite the false judgments and whatever perceptions have been casted upon you, the way that people think of you. With the Strength card, being strong, persevering through it. This is confidence. This is strength. This is real courage to take all of that. The world in your hands, didn't I just say? To take all of that of what is you, mistakes, the good and the bad, the dark and the light, and moving forward. That's all it really is. That's all it really is. What is this Four of Swords about? What's this Four of Swords about? Oh, I didn't even see that. And I see the Three of Cups in reverse. Some of you could really be just like not, I mean, I've been feeling the same way. Not really, the High Priestess, yeah, going within. Haven't been really going out, because maybe you're realizing that some of the people that you have been surrounding yourself with have been not quite who they say they are. Using your intuition. I feel like now is a time for just just resting and going within to really evaluate your new direction that you're going. Let's see. Let's get 3 more cards and then we'll be done. Why is this 3 of Swords here? This 3 of Cups. Some of y'all are just like not reuniting. Yeah. Healing. Your wishes are coming true. This is wounds being washed over. But so there's a part in my book where her wounds heal, but she still has a scar on her heart. And she kind of looks at it and she's like, you know what? You know, she kind of liked that scar being there just to remind her of the pain and all that. And it almost was like a sense of strength, like a booster, a morale booster. To not forget where you came from. You know, to not forget that, yeah, I was in a fucked up situation or whatever. This is you standing up, you still fighting, you still persevering through it. And knowing, yeah, you're going to be beaten down, you're going to get beaten up, but that's okay, because that's a part of life. That's just how it is, and accepting that. And I feel like you're starting to realize there are some people around you that can't really accept that because they're just so narrow-minded and boxed into the way things are supposed to go. There's this expanse, yeah, truth, clarity. There's this expansion in thought here, in the way that you perceive things. Expansion, the Fool. The Fool, he just jumps off that cliff into the expanse. Into the unknown. And people, a lot of people, and there goes that 9 of Swords, that find themselves in that box, are going to find themselves in this. The 9 of Swords, anxiety, not being able to sleep, all stressed out. You good. You got 1 sword, though. You good. You're going on your new journey with clarity of mind, understanding how this journey works, how it is supposed to work. I feel like there's this new understanding of how things actually fucking work. The pain and the hardship and the bullshit and the crap is there for a fucking reason. And if you are being perceived like some crazy person that is kind of just accepting that and allowing yourself to move forward into this new expanse, it's like opening a new freaking a new planet, finding a whole new ass motherfucking planet, to explore, you know. And those people, you know, that can't expand their thinking, and with the Aquarius season and the Aquarius energy, I feel like that has a lot to do with it, because the sign of Aquarius is all about thinking expansively and like the world and everything like that. And the star did come up. So this Ace of Swords, it's like this sharp clarity on the truth of the way shit works. And it's going to open up so much for you. And it's really going to leave behind people that are, you know, not able to open that up. And it's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring new growth, new opportunities, stability. You're going to be able to nurture that. Why is this Queen of Pentacles here? Also, why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Almost. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Clarify the Queen of Pentacles, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, the Tower. Yeah. Accepting the fact that shit crumbles down. Shit ain't supposed to work out the way it's supposed to. You really don't have control over everything in your life. And it's the acceptance of that really just opens up this new way of perceiving the world, instead of the way that you were taught. It came out in the reverse at first, but I flipped it over. So I feel like there are some people that are in your life or around you, or it could be you, that just can't let this old way go. That can't really accept that the shit that you had planned it out and written on that piece of paper that you thought, you know, was supposed to go this way, but it didn't turn out. And you can't let that go because you can't understand that sometimes it just don't work out for you. That's this energy here. So it could be you or another person, you know, whatever. But there's two sides of this, I feel, where there's some people that are like, you know what, accepting that the dark and the light, the yin and the yang is the way to move forward. And there are some people that are kind of closed-minded and just still can't expand and think outside the box with the King of Pentacles here. I feel like this could really bring some straight up union. There's some love aspects coming into this as well, but that's a whole nother reading, and which I don't have time for. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get a card of advice. Can I get some advice, please? So yeah, thank you so much for, well, I'll get to that in a second. Oh, advice. The Emperor, Strength, Judgment. That's a lot of cards. So I knew that Judgment card was going to come out. That's about awakening. That's but also it came out kind of paired with the Emperor. That's someone having a lot of control, like almost too controlling, almost too manipulative, judgy, you know. Those people need to be wiped out. They need to go. They can stay in their little box of judgment. Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing this differently usually than I usually would. One, the yin and yang, the dark and the light, the infinite possibilities here. There's like turmoil and crazy waves back here. There's yin and yang. But there's still infinite possibilities that this person is juggling. I feel like the expanse is really like opening your world up to knowing that, yeah, shit is crazy and life is crazy. It's gonna have you not on even footing all the time, but you just have to roll with that and go with that and understand that you have dark and light. You do good, you do bad, you know, and that is just who you are. And you have to just go with that. Instead of thinking like the way that everybody else thinks. Go to work, come home, you know, do this, do that, wash, rinse, and repeat. You know, kind of living on the edge, living like the fool would, taking a risk, doing something new, understanding that you have this duality within you, that you're not going to always be fucking peachy clean for everybody and yourself, and understanding that so that you can really create something. That's what I was saying about earlier with the with like Lane Staley, the lead singer of Alice in Chains. He had this darkness inside of him, but he was still able to create something so fucking beautiful. And that's the message of this reading. One moment, let me pause, and then I really have to get out of here. I gotta walk and get the bus. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna pull your Isis Oracle. I really had to get this message in. I don't know, like, I wasn't going to do it, and I knew I was running short on time, but I was in the shower, and I was just, I don't know. I was just called to do it, so I'm going to do it before I get going. Probably going to pack a little salad or something, and then get my ass on the BART, and it is what it is. So, yes, thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, book your private readings with me, follow me on Instagram. Know that the love readings will be coming out probably Saturday. I don't work Saturday, so I'll probably have them out then. If I can get them out earlier, I will definitely do that for you all, okay? Let's see. All right, please focus. All right. Bam. There we go. Eye of Horus. Awakening divine perception. Wasn't I talking about perception and expansive thinking? Wasn't that what I was talking about this entire time? Yes, bitch. Thank you. Thank you. Awakening that perception. Seeing things as a whole. Clearly. Wow. All right, we're gonna look it up, and then I'm gonna get out of here, because that just confirmed everything that I was feeling and saying, like that. Okay. The Eye of Horus brings divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection so that you may grow your abilities and serve others with divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. It is a stamp of divine encouragement, approval, and protection. If you have been wondering about your divine path and whether you have genuine gifts of healing and insight to share, about whether your inner perception is actually true insight and whether you will be protected spiritually in certain matters or situations, then this oracle is a confirmation for you. You also have guidance here that your inner sight is expanding yet again, turning on a higher twist of taking a turn on a higher twist of the spiral of perception. These are gifts of higher clairvoyance, pure knowing, divination, and divine communion, and they all flow in truth from the fountain of the heart. All right, y'all. Go ahead, rewind that, pause that, think about it, meditate on that, use that mass awakening, this expansion. Use it and be cool out there. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Later.